The Congress party is facing massive embarrassment in not just one but in 3 states. Hear it, be it Telangana, Himachal and now Karnataka, where its governments have openly admitted that they are running out of money to fulfill election promises. In Karnataka, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's advisor and MLA Basavaraj Reddy bluntly said people must choose between development and poll guarantees, exposing Congress government's inability to deliver. Why promise then? Before election, Congress makes grand promises to win votes like Telangana's 6 guarantees and Karnataka's 5 welfare schemes. But after winning the elections, they cry about empty coffers, leaving voters feeling cheated. Is this the Nyay Rahul Gandhi promised? Is this Congress's model of development, luring people first with freebies they can't afford? Governance is suffering as funds dry up, stalling projects and jobs in these states. Where is the Congress High Command in all of this? Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge. They stay silent as their states struggle and their own MLAs complain of corruption and mismanagement. In Karnataka, scams in tribal welfare funds and housing schemes have sparked outrage, with the BJP slamming Congress for looting public money. In Telangana, BRS leaders call out unfulfilled farmer promises, accusing Congress of diverting funds to cronies. Isn't this a betrayal of trust, your and mine? Congress's freebie model is falling. It's failing, leaving states broke and people disillusioned. The BJP is hitting back, exposing governance and Congress's way of corruption and incompetence. Will the Congress party take responsibility and course correct? Or will they keep dodging the truth as they have been doing so far? Sample the reactions before I open this for debate tonight.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಷ ಡಾಂಬರ್ ರೋಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಶಾಲೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಥವು ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇಡ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಇವನ್ನ. ಬರೀ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ರಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ರಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬರೀ ಗುಡಿ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಏನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಗುಡಿನ ಕಟ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮಿರುವಂಥ ಹಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಬೇಡ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಹಳ್ಳಿ ರಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯಗೆ ಸಲಹೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನಮ್ ಜನ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಾರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ.
कांग्रेस का खटाखट मॉडल फिर से सामने आ गया। कर्नाटका में मुख्यमंत्री के एडवाइजर कहते हैं या तो गारंटी स्कीम चुनो या तो डेवलपमेंट का काम चुनो, दोनों नहीं हो सकते। कांग्रेस जहां पर भी आई वहां पर बर्बादी, लूट और महंगाई मचाई। कर्नाटका में तो हमने देखा है कि कैसे बैंक्रप्सी की ओर कर्नाटका को ले चले हैं। गारंटी और झूठे वादे दिए थे, आकर लूट मचाया, मुड़ा स्कैम किया, वाल्मीकि स्कैम, हाउसिंग स्कैम, लिकर स्कैम, सारे पैसे लुटा दिए। अब पैसे नहीं है डेवलपमेंट के, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के काम के लिए, तो कहते हैं कि या तो आप मांगे डेवलपमेंट या तो मांगे गारंटी।
And on the debate tonight, Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, spokesperson and state secretary of BJP Karnataka, Dhruv Jatti, spokesperson of the Congress party, T.R. Raghunandan, former IAS officer, Sandeep Anirudhan, convener Citizens Agenda for Bengaluru. Thank you all of you for joining me. Before opening it in a larger basis, Dhruv Jatti, first reaction from you. What should the people make of this admission that Congress government in Karnataka does not have money to deliver on guarantees?
Well, who said that the Congress government does not have money in Karnataka because of the guarantees? Like you said, development works worth 1,300 crores has been launched in a single day. You have close to about 4 lakh crore of the entire budget that's being implemented with the full guarantees in picture. And how can you claim that we are under bad corruptancy?
Then, Mr. Jatti, why is CM's advisor openly admitting that you should choose either ration or roads? If you deny free guarantees and freebies, you'll get better roads. This is your government saying it, not me.
No, Aditi, his statements have been taken clearly out of context. He's speaking in a North Karnataka slang, and usually when you interact with public over there, it's normal to have that tone and that aggression when you speak. He does not imply anywhere that there is a lack of funds. he's clearly stating that the government has a concise budget of 4 lakh crores in which it has to operate. Now, you want roads, you want temples, you want guarantees. Explain it to us and we will take it to the chief minister. He's taking public opinion into context. Ask anybody who belongs to North Karnataka with the particular slang that he's spoken to, and they will clearly say that there was no indication of him stating that there is a lack of budgetary problems.
Okay. Dr. Lakshmi Gowda, how do you respond to this statement from the Congress spokesperson?
The Congress government in the state of Karnataka is in completely dilapidated condition and it is so totally fragile, having grappled with the rampant corruption, credit crunch, and administrative paralysis, constant power struggle, political slugfest that has eventually led to the consistent increase in the rise of the prices of all the commodities. The people of Karnataka, those who voted them to power, those who have given them the spectacular absolute majority, are at the receiving end. They are facing the double jeopardy. I have particularly mentioned the word double jeopardy because they are at the receiving end of developmental paralysis, zero development. They are receiving end of the administrative paralysis. On the other hand, increase in the rises of price rises, increase in the price of the commodities, and the zero lack of the welfareistic administration. They are giving the options to the people of Karnataka, those who have given the majority, absolute majority. It is their political imperative. They are supposed to give the option. Development, they've kept development as an option, and the word development has been totally chimeral in their administration. They have spent most of their tenure infighting, dissenting, political slugfesting, and mudslinging. Now they are coming out, and the representatives of the government, maybe it a home minister or their own MLAs, they are coming in the street and they are admitting the fact that they don't have the money. They are having a bankruptcy. They are facing a credit crunch. They cannot run the government. They cannot deliver the developmental politics because they are implementing the guarantees. Coming to the guarantees, implementation of the guarantees, that is totally fractured, incomplete, rational and haphazard. And they are doing it in a very irrational and unscientific way that they are targeting only the Congress voters, delivering the Griha Lakshmi fund. And in
I'd like to come in
pockets
as
of
the
Karnataka, this is totally condemnable. They are giving this as an option. It is their imperative. They are bound to do that. It is an inevitable to deliver the welfareistic administration, and it is unfortunate that the people of Karnataka are at the receiving end.
Okay.
They are facing.
Okay. Dhruv Jati,
like
how do you respond to that?
Right. And very weirdly, I heard the BJP spokesperson blaming the Congress for price rise in commodities. I mean, that's quite ironical. I'll get to that in a bit. But let me remind you, it was the same BJP when it was in power that had rising debts and vanishing accountability all throughout its tenure. And now when the Congress party makes sure that money is reaching the poor strata of society, they cry foul. Let me remind you, and to every person watching this show, they speak about administration in Karnataka by the Congress. The same BJP, the exact same BJP, failed to give a single house to the poor when it was in power. The Congress party in a single day in Davangere, let me remind you, not too long ago, just 2 weeks ago, 1,892 houses to poor karmikas. And you speak about administration and accountability. It's quite ironical. I mean, you speak about double jeopardy. Let's speak about double jeopardy that happens from the center. You calculate all the amount of, pending dues from the center to the state of Karnataka. It accounts close to about 32,000 crore rupees. 15 Finance Commission, the Jal Jeevan missions. You have various centrally sponsored schemes and the tax devolution. This is an injustice to the 6 crore Kannadigas. Double jeopardy is that. That is double jeopardy. What is happening from the state, from the center government to the state government in Karnataka. Now that the people of Karnataka have voted for a socio-economic pro-policy, you go on to blame the people and the state government that's empowering the people in the state. I find it quite ironical. Price rise is because of the BJP. It is because in the last 11 years, it failed in order to keep up to its promises. If they were able to create about 2 crore jobs like they promised, do you think we would have had dal chawal being a VIP commodity for the poor in this country today? It's quite common sense. It's ironical. Do you think people in this country today would even have come to the roads and said that, yes, we require 2,000 rupees in order to survive for a month? Yes, free transportation is a necessity for us. You blame the state government, you blame the people of Karnataka, you blame the poor that have been pushed. Pushed is an overstatement. The poor that have been thrown out of the picture of the socio-economic strata in the country.
But Mr. Jatti, can you blame the BJP when your own party MLAs have been coming out and saying that there is corruption, so-called corruption that is going on in the Karnataka Congress government? Then other MLAs are coming out and saying that we don't have the cash. Then you have the Telangana Chief Minister, where your party is in power, saying that we do not have money, we are seeking a loan from the government. How do you blame the BJP for that?
Whether it's Telangana or Karnataka, they have a right to ask the center for its dues in order to its tax devolution and various statistics in which it has maintained to make sure that there are states that are propelling well in India. Now, speaking about corruption, no MLA in Karnataka has come out saying that there is corruption. There have been clear discrepancies of where MLAs have been speaking about additional funds in particular departments, and that is going to be addressed by the government, and it has already been addressed with the MLAs that have raised concerns. And the same BJP over here, who can't even handle its own party in Karnataka, who in fact ousted their own MLAs who speaking against their own leadership, has the right to question us about administration.
Okay, while the political blame game will continue, I'll also get into T.R. Raghunandan, former IAS officer, and Sandeep Anirudhan, who is joining me. T.R. Raghunandan, sir, how do you feel when you see the Congress government or any government coming to power promising that we will give you guarantees, we will give you this and that, and then when they are in power, their officials come out and say we don't have the money?
Well, in this particular case, I think that the Congress party has got a genuine issue here. In fact, it's not merely the Congress party, but it is Karnataka that has a genuine issue, because this issue was also existing when the BJP government was in power. Let me start with some numbers, because the numbers cannot lie. The 14th Finance Commission did a revolutionary thing. It increased the state vertical share of the union revenues from 32% to 42%. It also introduced a 7.5% weightage for forest coverage. And these two factors resulted in the 61% increase of the devolution of union grants to Karnataka. And that the benefit the BJP government took in the last term, because that was the period of the 14th Finance Commission. Now, Karnataka consistently across different parties, that's a very interesting thing to see, that in spite of the political rivalry, etc., Karnataka has shown some of the highest GDP growth and rate of per capita GDP growth in the country. It's also a magnet for migration from other states. 45% of Bangalore's population is people coming from outside, because it's a huge economic engine. And we are very happy that people are coming and they are benefiting and there's income transfer going to the other states. But what happened was, between the 14th and the 15th Finance Commission, during the 14th Finance Commission, we were getting 4.71% of the total revenue of the nation. Now, in the 15th Finance Commission, they introduced a criterion called income distance and gave that criterion a 45% weightage. So, Karnataka is today getting only 3.5% of the union grants. Why? Because Karnataka's better performance on income distance has disqualified Karnataka from getting more money. Like, we were at one stage during the 14th Finance Commission period, we were ranked 13th in the per capita GSDP. But in the 15th Finance Commission period, we are ranked 5th. So our income distance score has significantly declined and we are getting much less money. Just to give you an example, the total resources transferred from the union to the state of Karnataka has declined from 65,000 crore in 2019-20 to 53,000 crore in 23-24. So Karnataka government, it is immaterial whether Congress is there or BJP, any government in this position is suffering. It cannot fulfill all its commitments, whatever political commitments there might be, it cannot fulfill it. And that's a cause of concern. Now you may ask a question, okay, fine. If there's so much of economic activity happening in Karnataka, then the tax revenue collected by Karnataka state should increase and that should compensate for the union grants. But that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because there's no straight line correlation between the GDP growth of Karnataka and tax devolution. For example, Bangalore GDP growth and per capita income growth rests very largely on the IT industry, but the IT industry pays property taxes, pays a little bit of consumption taxes,
Right.
but it really doesn't pay income tax to the state government. That goes to the union government. And
Right.
not only that, now the union government is also collecting a lot of cess, and the cess doesn't come back to the originating state. For example, Karnataka collects 4 lakh crore of cess. We get only 70,000 crore by way of this thing. And my one point I would like to make, I am not very happy with the tone and tenor of the way elitist people like us, English speaking people speak about the guarantees. I think the guarantees are very important. I agree with the Congress representative that guarantees are very important. And in fact, the BJP governments themselves in other states are implementing the very same guarantees. Now, whether they have the money in other states or not is not the issue. But one significant issue about Karnataka is it has one of the highest Gini index coefficients. That is the income, the consumption inequality is extremely high in Karnataka. So while you have Bangalore, which is such a huge growth engine, you look at the situation in North Karnataka and Northeastern Karnataka, it is terrible. It is as bad as sub-Saharan Africa.
Raghunandan sir, guarantees are important, but only if, government walks the talk. Be it Himachal, be it Telangana, be it Karnataka, we have seen how the governments have raised their hands saying that we do not have money, we do not have resources.
Because it's
sir, I'll come back to this point in a later moment, sir. I'm really sorry, we're running out of time. Sandeep Anirudhan hasn't spoken yet. Sandeep Anirudhan, please tell me, how do you feel when the governments say, be it Himachal, we have seen in Himachal how Sukhu said, we don't have money. Then Telangana Chief Minister said that I need loan, we don't have money. Now Karnataka Chief Minister's aide is coming out and saying, look, choose either between ration or a better road. Say no to guarantees, we will give you better road. How do you feel?
Riti, see, the government has a prerogative to provide welfare. So the guarantees, if they are a welfare measure, it cannot be denied. But where the government is going wrong is they are steadily reducing the level of governance. Governance is taking a back foot. It's basically transparency is gone. They're not taking advice from experts. It's a very convoluted way of governing these days, because you look in whichever way, if you look at local governance, if you look at ward level, all the officials in the city government are crying that they don't have funds for projects. But the government keeps announcing that they will do this, they will do that, but they don't have funds for it. They're not allotting funds. So without funds coming for actual measures, well, I live in Bengaluru, so basically I'm talking of the state of Bangalore. So in Bengaluru, literally everything is collapsing, and then the government has a skewed policy. They are trying to introduce projects worth 1 lakh to 2 lakh crore, termed as Brand Bengaluru project, none of which are demanded for by the citizens. Citizens don't want it. In fact, citizens are opposing them. Tunnel road project, some elevated corridor project, they roads in buffer zones. We have barely 2% green cover left in the city, and the Raj Kalways are all destroyed, but they want to build roads on top of it. It's ridiculous. It looks like the government, because it cannot make money out of regular project allocations and funds, like in terms of kickback. I think that's what the politicians try to make money. Now they are trying to cook up other ways of making money, and corruption has gone through the roof. Why? They're allowing all kinds of illegalities to happen. You name it. Illegal constructions, illegal bore wells. Literally anything that's illegal can be done in Bengaluru, and mostly it's people from outside Bengaluru who are coming to Bengaluru or recognizing this opportunity and doing illegal things left, right, center. Why? Because that is the income stream that the MLAs are exploiting these days. It's
Dhruv
terrible.
Yes, sir, please hold your thought. Let's also take a reaction from the Congress. We have the Congress spokesperson here. Dhruv Jatti, respond to that.
Right. Sandeep, as a resident of Bangalore, it is imperative that a state government like ours and the Congress party listens and hears every single opinion that you have to say, because it is important for us to strive towards good governance in the city. However, I believe that there are a few vague statements that were made, and that starts with the corruption on the whole. I don't think there have been any such proven allegations as to where corruption has been taking place in the state. Wherever there were issues that has been addressed by the government all put together.
That only proves you're not listening.
Let me also remind you that projects were clearly mentioned in the manifesto. Over 6.5 crore Kannadigas who had gone towards the elections voted for the state government, and making sure that Bengaluru prospers is priority for us. And we are listening. We are definitely listening. And mind you, I will surely make sure that I put an attempt to get in touch with you and make sure that all residents like you have a voice and that it is heard to the state government over here, because every single voice of a Kannadiga matters. Nurdanta Nade, as we walk the talk, we will continue to do it for the rest of our tenure.
Well, on that note, and on such a good note that the government over here and the party spokespersons are really taking onus that the governments will deliver. On that note, I would like to thank all of you. Thank you so much, Dr. Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, spokesperson and State Secretary of BJP Karnataka, Dhruv Jattis, Congress spokesperson, T.R. Raghunandan, former IAS officer, and Sandeep Anirudhan, who raised really important points tonight.